Handle the pressure. Handle the pressure. Oh my God. What the f?
YouTube, man, what's going on? It's LNH back with another vid, and today, man, we gotta break this game down. If you guys don't know, just a few days ago, Bronny James actually went head-to-head with Emoni Bates. And if you guys don't remember, this actually happened back in the day when Emoni played for Bates Fundamentals. They actually took them head-to-head, Bronny's team, and honestly, back then, Emoni Bates destroyed them. So this is a brand new game, and time for Bronny James to actually get his revenge. How did he do? Well, let's break it down, get right into it. And man, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you do get updated and notified every time I upload a new vid. But man, this game was insane in my opinion. It's definitely nice to see Bronny James go up against someone so talented. Of course, Emoni Bates being the #1 player in his class, and for sure, this dude is a solid player. Of course, gets the comparisons to the AKA LeBron in high school, or even comparisons to KD, Jason Tatum, and he is a solid guard, and he did not shy away from the spotlight here. Now, my only problem with Bronny James, yes, he actually finished with around 8 points, and Emoni had around 20 points, which that was pretty impressive. But I have to say this, the one thing about Bronny James in this game is he definitely didn't get too many touches from the footage. From the footage, it looks like he didn't get too many touches from his teammates, but when he got the ball, he seemed pretty aggressive in my opinion and went for it at times. Now, my thing with Bronny is this, you're going to have to take it into your own hands. If you're getting rebounds or anything like that, man, sometimes you need to be a little bit more selfish with the basketball to kind of assert your dominance on the court. Of course, you guys know people like Emoni Bates have no issue doing this because his teammates look to him specifically to score the basketball. That's what he's known for, when at times, of course, Bronny James is not only really known for scoring the basketball, he's more of a defender, facilitator, get his teammates involved, and of course, his defense, yes, is elite. I think he has such underrated defense and IQ on the basketball court, which yes, that can take you a very long way. Now, the game was pretty close throughout the entire time, but when it came down to it, actually Strive for Greatness had an opportunity to take a last shot and beat Bates Fundamentals, and in my opinion, I was disappointed with what happened. Now, Ja actually got the ball. Of course, you guys know the 7-footer, he got the ball and he lost it, but in my opinion, what needs to be done in that situation and what Bronny needs to do is assert his dominance. When I look at Strive for Greatness, I really don't see one specific person that is the leader of that team, and I think Bronny has a unique opportunity where he can be that leader, but he's gonna have to be the one who takes those sort of shots. When there's a couple seconds left on the clock and they need a bucket, I have no problem with this dude shooting the ball, because even if you look at it, the majority of shots he does take seem like they're good takes, and he's definitely a solid shooter for sure, one of the most on the team, but definitely doesn't put up as many shots as other people on his squad. Now, I'd like to see him be a lot more aggressive in that sense, especially just going at other people, but for sure, he definitely has improved over this time, which I felt very impressive, and it's nice to see that we're not only seeing comments about Bronny James not doing well, but he's actually improving overall. Of course, when you're playing against other people that have such excellent talent, you're playing in front of your father, LeBron, and a ton of other scouts, coaches, there can be a lot of pressure on you despite what a lot of people think. And in addition, obviously, since he's the son of LeBron, everyone's going to critique all the moves that he does make, but I have to give it to him. I think he was pretty impressive in this game, only having 8 points though. Of course, that can always improve, but he for sure has done a lot to improving. It looks like he's standing out a lot more than he did earlier in this season. Now, I have to give it to Emoni too, because this dude is a monster as well. For sure, it looked like all of his jump shots were going in. He's averaging one of the highest points in EYBL overall, which is super impressive. Now, I saw something very interesting in the comment section. I have to address this. Now, in one of my previous videos about Bronny James, I actually stated, of course, there are people in the NBA that are known for defense, but you should be able to score at the high school level, which is very important because this is the easiest it's going to get. It's only going to get harder and harder at the next levels. And I actually compared him to someone like Patrick Beverley. You guys know that dude, his main priority is being a pest on the basketball court. But a lot of people don't know about somebody like Patrick Beverley. Although he's known for defense as of now, even in high school, this dude was averaging 20-30 points a game back then. So I think it's important. You have to be able to score the ball in high school basketball, regardless of what your role is going to be at the next level. Because of course, the defenders are not as good. You're playing maybe against not the best competition, but usually Bronny, of course, is playing against pretty solid players. But I think it's just a sign that if you have that type of confidence and skill now, it's only going to translate to the next level. And of course, that's not guaranteed, but these are signs that we're going to have to pay attention to. And like I always continue to say, we cannot continue to make excuses for players and say, oh, because they're this young, this and that. I think at times, for sure, Bronny has stepped up to the plate, and I would just like to see that consistency from him, that consistent attacking, and really him to assert his dominance on the basketball court. And I think for sure these overrated talks that we do have, or maybe people even think he's overhyped, I think for sure they will disappear once he starts having games more like he did in the past. That previous game where he dropped 20 points, definitely the haters for sure were not commenting in the comment section at times like this. So it's all about proving those people wrong. Now, what not a lot of people notice about these type of games, and in my opinion, what's going to happen very soon, is that Bronny James' ranking is actually going to increase. Now, the reason why I say this is because previously a lot of people have said this dude was overrated, and I think there were so many more times in the past where Bronny didn't show the type of talent he really had. But coming to AU, I think we're starting to see a lot more and understand how this dude plays day in and day out, and honestly see the things that are not always on the highlight realms. So of course, you guys know if you do things like defense or even passing the ball and have a nice IQ, those things are not always going to be captured on the highlight realm. But seeing these type of videos now really gives us a great insight, and I think we're starting to see why Bronny James is going to be considered a top once he does become a senior. Now, if you guys have seen, even Gilbert Arenas said that Bronny James is going to be one of the best when he's a senior. I definitely have to agree with that. And the reason why I say this is because honestly, in my opinion, I think this dude is continuing to work hard and not listening to the haters. Of course, there's going to be a ton of people critiquing his game, but it's one thing to listen to those, but it's another to respond to those type of comments and those type of messages. And when we see Bronny do this, and of course he is still playing up as of right now, he definitely is not a junior. You guys know junior year is that year when a lot of people are playing their last year of EYBL. This dude is clearly responding to a lot of people, who's going out there on the court every night, and he's honestly doing his thing. He might not always drop the most amount of points, but for sure there's a lot of intangibles and a lot of things that he doesn't do that people do not always give him credit for. Now, on the other hand, I have to talk about this. There's been a recent video going around of Bronny James, and this man got his ankles broken pretty bad.
Handle the pressure. Handle the pressure. Oh my God. What the f?
Now, a lot of people are going to hate on this dude, and of course, it was pretty funny to see this video, but I got to be honest, it happens to the best of us, and specifically if you're a good defender and you like to get up and try to play D and steal the ball from the other person, it's going to happen to you. But I got to be honest here, that was crazy. This man Bronny really got dropped. But I have to give him credit though, because of course, in that game where he actually did get dropped, this dude went 0-10 and 0 for 10 and his team lost, but then ended up coming back after that game and had that 20-point performance. So clearly he knows, yes, you can have a bad game once in a while here and there, but he's definitely not afraid to continue going at it. And look what happened. He had a hot game where he dropped 20, and I think this confidence that he currently has is just going to flow over into the following games, where we're going to see a lot more confidence from this dude very soon, especially when he goes to a team that's going to rely on him for scoring, which I don't know when that's going to be. It's going to be tough because, of course, at Sierra Canyon, you still have Amari Bailey there, which this dude is a bucket, and he, of course, is only 1 year difference between Bronny. So it's definitely we're going to have to wait until see. Probably his senior year, in my opinion, is when we're really going to see that time where Bronny James ranking, in my opinion, skyrockets, but also, of course, people's opinions of him are definitely going to change at least by then, in my opinion, if not sooner. You guys let me know in the comments down below, do you think I missed anything about these games? How do you think Bronny has been playing so far? I think he's been doing solid, but definitely there's always room for improvement in these type of games. And when you're going against people like Amani Bates, man, those are the games where you have to show up. If you don't show up during those type of games, man, people are never going to give you the respect and the type of credit you really deserve, even if you have that type of talent. But you guys let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how both of them did and what your opinions are about this man Bronny, if he's going to actually get ranked? Is he going to be ranked? Of course, according to ESPN right now, he's not on the rankings and did actually get deranked by another ranking spot. So let me know in the comments down below, man, and comment any video suggestions you do have as well. But make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. Appreciate each and every one of you for supporting. All right, it's LNH out.